Are you ready?
Alyx, I just want to congratulate you on 10 years of YouTube channel. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you survived that, but it's super awesome because I couldn't do it for 10 minutes, let alone 10 years. Hey everybody, it's Badass Billy Gunn and you're watching Just Alyx. It's not scripted, we just wing it and have a bunch of fun. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
The road to All Out continues. Tonight was AEW Homecoming. The final show in Jacksonville for some time now. Now, as things start to heat up in terms of COVID-19 Delta variant now taking shape across the country, we'll see how long that lasts. If it continues to spread, we might get more shows in Jacksonville sooner than later. But in terms of AEW All Elite Wrestling show tonight, I won't say it was bad. It was okay. It was alright. If you guys don't mind, I kind of want to get that out the way first, before we get to the hot topics. I didn't feel like much was... I'm not going to say nothing happened. There wasn't anything that happened on the show. I just kind of feel like, in terms of previous Dynamites, this one was okay. It was fine. We had some advancements in storyline. We had a lot of setup for clearly pay-per-view matches coming up. But in terms of like big reveals or anything like that, they just kind of kept it simple. I apologize. Sorry about that. They just kind of kept it simple. I don't know what that is. The one thing that people cared about the most was the main event. Malakai Black versus Cody Rhodes. And that delivered. And gave us quite an interesting ending, which we'll talk about. But in terms of Dynamites, it was alright. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't anything I would watch more than once, but it got the job done in terms of advancing storylines, which ultimately is the most important thing you can do. So, let me know how you feel about Dynamite. We'll get into other topics. We'll talk about Max Callister's controversial promo on AEW Dark, and of course, the incoming debut of Ruby Riott, aka Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho, which hopefully will be her theme song. I ask you guys to give this video a like, please subscribe, and click that bell to catch all this content, all of my content, when it comes out, and help expand the brand by doing the following things. Be sure to join the membership today and be a part of the ever-expanding brand. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Just Alyx Central. Also give me a follow on Instagram. Donate using PayPal, Patreon. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries and just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. You can get yourself an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt. But don't forget to get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, my America t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Fire Star Heart. A quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll get right to the review. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon Music Unlimited, featuring 70 million songs and thousands of expert playlists. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song, anytime, anywhere, on all your devices. Smartphone, tablet, PC, Fire TV, and even Amazon Echo. Today, if you sign up using the link getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, you'll get a 90-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. Following that, you'll be paying a small $7.99 that includes no ads and no interruptions. Take advantage of this opportunity today using getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, in the description below. So, it looks like we have an announcement from our Super Chat champ. Let's see what he has to say.
I decided that I am stepping down at your Super Chat champion. I won't be at SS. Maybe I be back, maybe we'll walk off into the sunset.
Alright then, well, Mike Tuz has decided to relinquish the Super Chat Championship. I appreciate you for your donations. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. It is unfortunate that you will not be able to defend the belt this year, and that is understandable. So, there will be a new Super Chat champion at SummerSlam. The belt will not be on the line tonight, because I feel like something of this prestige deserves to be on the line at a pay-per-view event, so save your money. I am asking you to save your money for SummerSlam. That's in, 2 weeks from Saturday? That is 2 weeks from Saturday. Save your money. But everybody show some love to King Mike Tuds, who, if I'm not mistaken, if I can go back and see how much you donated, I would tell you, it's gotta be like close to 1,000. Like, I'm not even joking. I think it might be close to $1,000. Yeah, I think it's close to that. So, thank you, Mike Tuds, for your contributions. And you were a great Super Chat champion, but like always, there's always room for someone else to come and take your spot. So who will be your next Super Chat champion? We'll find out at SummerSlam. Let's play some more Super Chats, and then we'll get right to live chat, shout outs, and then the review.
AEW has so much coming up in terms of reveals and big show. A lesser show like this was needed after we had multiple weeks of PPV-like shows. But nothing bad today, which is good.
Yeah, and that's, again, I didn't hate the show. I knew exactly what they were going for. Just saying it was alright. They did a lot of setting up and also gave a lot of advancement to storylines that they have. So there you go. Firestar Hart saying Vacant is a 3-time Super Chat champ. Hey, you know, sometimes the pressure gets to him. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna shit on anybody who you know, they got life, they got other things, they gotta save their money, and he wants to be at the pay-per-view. So he won't be here to defend the belt. Understandably so. Not saying he won't come back for it. He could show back up at Survivor Series and get the belt back. So there you go. But thank you once again. Let's go ahead and show some love to the moderators. UltraShot97, Firestar Heart, Elias Demi, and Godzilla Hawk. Let's say hello to, of course, the memberships, the YouTube membership. Nicknamed my former Super Chat champ. I wonder if he'll win the belt back at SummerSlam. He might decide to get that belt back. All right. Thank you to the following for making me a part of your day. Jordan McLean. We got Rolando Sabio, Kanye Jackson, Sonic Artemis 117, Stephen Brom, Adam Ritter, Jet the Hawk, Rachel S, Alaska, Tyrese Taylor, Joe Arredondo, TXC, Bryce Blackwell. We got Tokyo Rockstar, Taryn Jones, Joseph Winters. We got Emarilla 408. We got Primo Cologne, not that Primo Cologne, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. We got Christopher Carter. We got Night Thrax, Jamarcus Williams, DJ TV the second, DJ TV 2, Tony Lopez, AEW Fan 167, and last but not least, let's give the last one to, who's he gonna go to? Anthony White? You want this, Anthony White? Okay, I'll say Anthony White, and just because, I'll give it to, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Welcome, everybody, welcome. I'm currently looking at 100 people early, which, again, that's good. Those are good numbers for reviews like this. I usually don't do very good in my AEW reviews, but I've been consistently doing 100 or more. Let's keep that going. The goal for this video is 300. 300 likes. Put them likes up. And once again, the Super Chat Championship has been vacated, but it will not be on the line until SummerSlam. So save your money. Save your money. Okay. So, again, I'm gonna start with the AEW review first. Because it's not because the show was bad. And I'm going to keep saying that. I don't want people to feel like that this was a lesser show. What they did tonight was necessary. And someone in the Super Chat, someone in the live chat said it. You need shows like this to be a buffer in between big time shows. You already know we have a massive show coming up, Rampage in 2 weeks. I don't think you want to blow too much of a load on every single Dynamite and take away from that show. It's okay to once in a while take it easy and just to kind of coast a little bit. And this was a coast week. We did some things that I thought was interesting. I don't know how I feel about Juventud Guerrero versus Chris Jericho. I think the idea of it was a lot better than the match itself. I just feel like we have to remember that Juventud Guerrero is in his 50s, right? How old is Juventud? I should have looked it up before I did the broadcast. Juventud Guerrero age. No, he's 46. He's 46 years old. Wow. I was thinking he was in his 50s. Yeah, he looked rusty. Wasn't the best match I've seen of him. You can see that he was struggling to do the stuff that he used to do, and that's what's gonna happen once you get to a point in your life where your body's beat down. You can't do the things that you used to do. Lots of miscommunication, lots of awkward moments. Wasn't the greatest match in the world, but nostalgia-wise, I liked it. So it was fine. Did his job. Chris Jericho wins, and then we advance to Labor number 4, which is Wardlow versus Chris Jericho with MJF as the special guest referee. I'm gonna speculate that Labor number 5 is Big Show. Excuse me, Paul White. Paul White. Paul White. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to that. That's gonna be interesting. Again, we had more advancement with Hangman Page and the Elite. Listen, I feel like when they finally do this match, Hangman versus Omega, it is going to be a massive mega match. They're doing an excellent job of really getting that sympathy on Hangman. You had him backstage break up with the Dark Order because he feels like he's a burden to everyone and everything that he touches or comes into contact with. Had the Elite go out there to bemoan him, say that he's a loser, ends up getting his ass kicked. The Dark Order tries to help him, but respectfully so, they didn't go in the ring because they know, all right, well, he said to stay out of his business. We're going to stay out of his business. Frankie Kazarian going out there. You know he's going to play a big, he's going to be integral into that match where Omega does lose the belt to Hangman Page. You can see everything being set up. You can see that, okay, Hangman Page is going to get helped out by Kazarian, the Elite Killer, and also the Dark Order. Everything is being put in place, and it's so awesome. I love it. It's being set up so well, which is why I cannot be mad at this show. I can't be mad at this show. I love how Miro's being booked. He looked like a monster. He is a great dominant champion. Love his selling. He sells like a big man, believably so. And he made Lee Johnson look like $1 million. Very excited for Red Velvet versus Britt Baker, DMD. The women's match between Leyla Hirsch and the Bunny, it was alright. It was a nice showcase for Leyla. I just kind of want to get to Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker already. Honestly, that's the match I'm looking forward to the most. But again, you want to hold that off until the pay-per-view. You don't want to rush to that. I'm also assuming, based off of what they did with, hold on, let me be sure I get their names. Well, I'm trying to get the name of the manager that talks for Penta Cero Miedo and Phoenix. It's Alyx something. It's not Alex Marvez. It's Alyx something. But yeah, they're clearly setting up some sort of match between them and, of course, Andrade and Chavo Guerrero, which that's going to be fire. Andrade and Chavo versus the Lucha Brothers. Man, yeah, that is going to be hot. I just love seeing Eddie Kingston, Darby Allin, and Jon Moxley tag team with each other. That was just awesome. That was just eye candy. It was just so cool to see. And they took on Everrise. Yes, Ever Rise from NXT. They're in AEW now. Christian had a nice match with Pepper Parks, who was also the Blade. Christian is number 1. He's fighting Omega for that championship. I'm assuming it's going to be happening next week. Maybe it'll be happening a little bit sooner than that. I don't think this should be the main event of All Out. I don't think that's a good idea. Do I think it'll be a great match? Absolutely. Absolutely. It will be an amazing match. As for it being the main event, if you ask me, I would do this match in Chicago. I would go ahead and do Omega versus Christian in Chicago and then have CM Punk come out afterwards. I think this will be an excellent match for Chicago. They would love this match, personally. So, I think that's everything. Like, everything else outside of it is just whatever. The only thing left to talk about, really, is the main event. That would be Cody Rhodes versus Malakai Black. And to my surprise, well, first off, let me back it up a little bit. Malakai Black's theme song, his new theme song, is amazing. It is fantastic. I still like his NXT theme. That's still my favorite. But this was amazing. This might end up being my favorite over time, but his interest is just as cool as it was with NXT. I like it. I even like the demon mask he had on. It's just so good. And you see him, the way he walks out, the way he carries himself. You just tell yourself, well, you ask yourself one thing first. You go, why the hell did WWE let this man go? How did they let him slip through their fingers? How? They just literally hand-fed AEW a star. Ridiculous. But you tell yourself watching him wrestle, like, why would anybody not want to be here? Like, you see Aleister Black, you see how he's Malakai Black, same person, Tommy End. You see how he's able to be himself. He's able to work his own character. He's able to tell his own story. He's able to really have all this room to grow and be something. And you see how he's coming to fruition. And then you have Cody Rhodes go out there and get squashed. Cody got squashed by Malakai Black. It wasn't even, I think Cody got like, what, 3 seconds of offense? He basically got Brody Lee. I thought that was crazy. So yeah, Malakai Black looks like a monster right now, and I love it. Afterwards, it was kind of weird, kind of awkward when Cody was on the microphone, and I thought, oh, we're gonna get a heel turn? No, he just got on the microphone and teased a retirement, saying that AEW is competition. There's your weekly shot at WWE. But he says AEW is competition, and thanks to fans for everything, and goes to take off his boots, which is tradition for retirement. He goes to take off his boots and leave it inside the ring, only for Aleister Black to attack him from behind and take his boot. So he basically said, I retired Cody Rhodes. No, you didn't. You basically set up your match at All Out. So this is going to be the program for All Out. I'm not against it. I think their match at All Out is going to be great. So yeah, I think Cody's going to go away for a month or so because he needs to film for, what was it? Big the one show with Snoop Dogg. The one show, yeah, the big thing. Is it called Big Thing? Big something. The big thing. That's what it's called, the big thing. But he's gonna go film with another show, and he'll be back. He'll be back before the pay-per-view. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Shoot, Aleister Black versus Cody Rhodes. Let's go. I just want to say this. I do hope that once this is done, we do explore Cody as a heel, because every time you see him, he's getting audible boos. Fans want to boo him. So rightfully so, they should be allowed to boo him. Don't you agree? Okay, well, there you go. We're going to see where that leads. Not a bad show. Not something that you should get angry about. I just personally feel that it was all People are saying the Go Big Show. Thank you. The Go Big Show. So, alright, well there you go. I got, what was that? 10 minutes? In and out. That's my review. So let's play some Super Chats and then we'll get to some hot topics.
Which shows will have good ratings next Wednesday night, AEW or MTV Challenge? Because some people don't like to watch wrestling and they want to watch MTV Challenge Season 38.
What? Okay. That's a weird question to ask me, Sam. You are the king at weird questions, Sam. I hope you know that. I guess AEW? Because that's a wrestling show and screw MTV? There. That's my answer to you. What do y'all think about that? Y'all answer Sam for me, because I didn't know what to say about that. Whew. Well, outside of weird questions, let's talk about some hot topics. Let's start things off with Max Caster, one half of The Acclaim. The Acclaim has arrived! And you almost got canceled today. He almost got canceled. Well, what almost led him to being canceled? Well, see, I could play it for you, but I'm almost scared that I might get copyrighted. I think AEW is just, because there's AEW music added to it as well, so I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna read to you what his rap said. Now, I want you to know what he has to say is very sensitive. It will trigger you. It triggered a lot of people. Here's what he said on the August 2nd edition of AEW Dark, which took place on, was this Tuesday or was it? Yeah, it was Tuesday. So it was August the 3rd. I don't know why I said August the 2nd. It was taped in Charlotte, North Carolina last week. And here's what he said during his rap. The Acclaimed, kicking ass for miles. Make you claim mental health, like Simone Biles. Matt Sydal is gonna pay the costs. I'm gonna treat those bitches like Dude Lacrosse. Dude Lacrosse refers to the 2006 criminal case in North Carolina, in which 3 members of the Duke University men's lacrosse team were accused of rape. The charges were eventually dropped, but he referenced a rape case. It was met with a lot of criticism on social media. A lot of people were upset. One of those people was Tony Khan himself, who from this point forward will be looking at AEW Dark and will be editing the show. He was not happy with the line. He was not happy with the reaction it got. And yeah, let's talk about it. I'll say this. The first line, it says, the Acclaim kicking ass for miles, make you claim mental health like Simone Biles. That's a topical issue. I am absolutely fine with that. He wasn't knocking mental health. He was basically saying, I'm gonna make you go so crazy that you claim. Now, he might be low-key underhandedly saying that you gonna want to quit, calling Simone Biles a quitter, but he's a heel. That's kind of what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to get under your skin. So, that's whatever. That's fine. It's topical. It makes sense. I don't have any issues with it. This next one. Matt Sydal gonna pay the cost. Gonna treat you like those bitches. Gonna treat you like those bitches. Gonna treat those... One more time. Gonna treat those bitches like Duke Lacrosse. You know what? I can't defend this one. I can't defend it. Yes, the case itself got dropped, so they're not necessarily... I guess you can't call them rapists, but no, you referenced a rape case. You referenced rape. Let's not do that, okay? Let's stay away from those in the future. Let's not trigger people on social media, all right? Like, you're asking for heat. You're asking for it, Okay, let's stay away from referencing that type of subject. You can talk about anything else, but let's just put a pin in that. Just that. So, with that said, did I hate the rap? No. Did it make me angry? No. Kind of made me go, ugh. I'm not saying he should be canceled. He was a heel, trying to get heat. He got probably too much heat. Well, actually, the right kind of heat for what he did, so. But he meant no harm. You slap him on the wrist, and you tell him not to do it again. Everybody's saying, no, take the microphone away from him. This is why we should have scripted promos. I'm going to need you to back off. I'm going to need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to realize, first off, we always come up here. We always complain about WWE having scripted promos. You always complain about, everything is so micromanaged. Everything is so scripted. Everything is so tight. There's no wiggle room. Well, this is what you get when you have a show with no scripts. This is something that you have to deal with. You're going to run into this stuff. People are going to say controversial things all the time. So you can't have it both ways. You can't have unscripted promos and then say you have to micromanage everything. No, if you want something to be micromanaged, you have to script it. So no, we had to realize that if we're going to have these promos be unscripted, they're going to have the freedom to talk. This is what we're going to have to face. So, how do I think this should be handled? Well, first off, next time, why don't you guys vet these guys before they go out there? Or at the very least, this was taped, right? Why didn't it get cut out? How did this get through the editing team? Did they not think this was going to be offensive? Did they not know what Duke Lacrosse means? Yeah, this could have been avoided in more ways than one. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want Max Caster to feel like he has to hold himself back. He has to not be controversial. He has to watch what he says. That's not what I'm trying to say here. What I am saying is, know where the line is. Know where the line is. Okay? Just read the room. There's a lot there. But you know what? It's a learning experience. He went too far? Okay. Now you know where the line is. Play around that line. I didn't think it was all that bad to mention Simone Biles. Duke Lacrosse? Yeah. Not my thing. Let's stay away from that. And someone just told me it was taped 6 days in advance, so they had all that time to edit it out. Wow. Well, there you go, fans. Give me your thoughts about Mr. Duke Lacrosse here. Jesus Christ. I also want to talk about the newest signee. The newest signee that apparently is going to sign by the end of the month. And that, my friends, is the former Ruby Riott, Ruby Soho. It was reported by SES Scoops. I think they got the news from Fightful.com that Ruby Riott will be signing at the end of her 90-day clause. And she will be coming in. She already has the look planned out. She already has her story lined up. And apparently she's going to be using a theme song called Ruby Soho. Ruby, Ruby, Ruby Soho, which is made by Ratchet, right? Man, that just seems perfect. I'm excited. I'm excited for Ruby. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you should know, I think she's a great talent. I think she's a great talker. I think she's a great seller. I think she has all the tools to be someone big. It's just WWE they just completely misused her, first off. But they never gave her an opportunity to get over. They just never did. Which is sad. Because I do think Ruby Riott, Ruby Soho, Heidi Lovelace is someone, if given the opportunity, will do some great things for any promotion she's involved in. And she's going to get the chance to showcase herself. I'm looking forward to seeing her join that division. Quite frankly, they can use all the women that they can get at this time. It's not like the division is doing bad. It's just we have too many too many young green talent in there that don't know exactly what they're doing yet. They haven't found themselves. So we need some veterans. We need some veterans in this women's division to help out the women. I think Heidi, Ruby, whatever you want to call her, would be great. She would be amazing. So I look forward to seeing what she does. I think she is going to be easily one of the best things that got going. So I look forward to see what Miss Heidi has to say. Give me your thoughts. Are you excited? How does everybody feel about, is it Ranchet or Ratchet? Ranchet, not Ratchet. Ratchet. She Ratchet. Yeah, it's a great pickup. I agree. The last topic that I want to talk about, that I didn't get a chance to talk about before, actually, it came up last week. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious when I read about it. So, remember when Chris Jericho and a certain pizza cutter lover, Nick Gage, was having a match? And during the match, they happened to use a certain tool that another company used. And it got controversy. It caused some controversy. Well, check this out. Apparently, not too long after that show, Domino's issued a statement saying they do not condone the usage of a pizza cutter during a wrestling match, and their ad following it, and if it continues, they would be pulling their ad. I remember that. That's not the story. That ain't the story. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Here's the rest of the story. So, a mainstream reporter claims WWE pitched for them to write a story on AEW Domino's controversy. Basically, people in WWE reached out to Domino's and told them to release that story. They were snitching. They went behind our backs, went behind AEW's back and was like, hey, y'all, you sure you want to be associated with them? They blood and guts. And I read this and go, y'all are some low, scheming, childish, petty mother effers. Really? This what we doing now? Now we going behind each other's backs and trying to kill sponsors for each other? Is that how we're doing things, Vince? That is cutthroat. And I thought AEW was in competition. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to social media, but there is a video going around during an NXT show of certain officials watching AEW while the show was going on. Yeah. This was back in Full Sail, I believe. It was either back in Full Sail or some other event. But yeah, they were watching. They literally had a monitor of AEW up while the show was going on. Yeah, so this whole idea that AEW is not competition, don't believe it. It is competition. They treat it like it's competition. But this whole thing about Nick Gage cutting Chris Jericho's head up with a pizza cutter, and then Domino's getting upset that he used the pizza cutter, and then WWE being the ones to instigate this fire, that first off, fuck Domino's. I said it. Fuck Domino's. I'm a Pizza Hut guy, or Papa John's. So, you want to impress me? Get a Pizza Hut or Papa John's sponsorship. Ain't nobody like Domino's anyways. Who here eats Domino's? Exactly. Number one. Number two, WWE, you petty as hell. Okay, that's just low. It's actually kind of childish. And I'm hearing that they used to do that back in the day, during the Monday Night Wars, during the 90s. They used to try to get sponsors to drop deals away from WCW. Really? You some underhanded bastards. Y'all are some underhanded bastards. Number three, I want to make this a strong number 3. I do like the fact that despite all this craziness, all it really did was make Nick Gage that much of a star. This man has been talked about more than he has ever been. And I'm almost to the point where maybe AEW should consider signing him. Now, he was just there for a one-off appearance. He has come back to GCW. Maybe we should consider signing him. Because he's already being talked about. He's already getting all this attention. Why not? I wouldn't mind him in there. You could have him fight Jon Moxley for the rest of his life. They can be mortal enemies. Or tag team partners. I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, this is funny to me. I just think me personally, I just find Pizza Hut better than Domino's. Sorry, I gotta say it again. Little Caesars, I can dig Little Caesars. I'm cool with that. Papa John's, it's better than Domino's. But yeah, I'm a Pizza Hut guy. That's just me. I don't know. I just personally think this whole thing is just crazy. But it's wrestling, so I'm not going to complain about it. Yeah, so y'all give me your thoughts about those subjects. Give me your thoughts about Nick Gage and Domino's. Give me your thoughts about and give me your thoughts about Max Caster and how everybody feels about that. And there you go. That's my broadcast tonight. Again, I didn't have too much to say because there wasn't really much to say about the show. It did its job, and we can move on from it. So I'm going to spend the next 10-15 minutes just reading live chat comments, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. We are sitting pretty at 130 people in the live chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see we have 76 likes. Get that thing to 100. Get it to 100 at least before I get out of here. So let me see what y'all been saying about the show. I see a lot of positive comments for a show that I thought was alright, but I think y'all liked it more than I did. AEW fan 167. Don't talk about WWE here. WWE sucks. Sorry. It's too late. New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl says tomorrow is her birthday. Well, happy birthday, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Happy belated birthday. And I see people showing you love. You got you an audience here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see here. Thomas Muller says, I guess Adam Ritter, excuse me, wrong one. Not Adam Ritter. Adam Page. I guess Adam Page is still in the AEW World Title picture after all. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be taken out of it. It's just, I feel like they want to interject either a CM Punk or a Brian Danielson into the match first before they do him and Page for that Arthur Stadium. I think that would be better. A lot of people love Malakai Black's new theme. That's pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I wasn't the only person that expected a Cody Rhodes heel turn. But yeah, you're gonna get it later. He's gonna definitely turn heel later. Yeah, I was like, who cares about MTV? Who here watches MTV? That was such a weird question from Sam P. Boone. Crusader Gamer says, I thought he referenced Bill Cosby for a second. No. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, a lot of people didn't really like it. I can see how people were offended. Here, Gio Garcia says, Max Caster is definitely trying to imitate Eminem's early shocking rap lyrics from early in his career. I don't think he gets fired, but the higher-ups will definitely try to get him to tone it down. Like, play around the line, but just kind of watch yourself. People saying rape is not funny at all and should not be normalized. He shouldn't be canceled, but he should be held accountable. Okay, fair enough. I agree with that statement. I completely agree with you. People complain about this, but have no problem with rappers nowadays saying dumb shit. Hey, let's just call it like it is. Max Caster is not Eminem. I'm just saying. Look, I'm not trying to say Max Caster shouldn't say what he wants to say, but he's not Eminem. He doesn't have that barrier or that protection, celebrity protection.
I think the Max Caster thing has been overblown.
You can argue that. But we have to understand what culture we live in and what we have to work with. That's all I'm saying. Not saying that he should be muted and he shouldn't have the freedom to speak. I'm just saying he needs to watch himself. Let's see. Everyone's saying Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho is a great pickup. I agree. I'm happy people agree that she's a great pickup. A lot of people saying Pizza Hut's better anyways. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see what y'all been saying here. Who? Okay, so we got Pizza Hut lover, Little Caesars, Pizza. We got Papa John's, Hungry Howie's? What is that? Hungry Howie's? Topper's Pizza. What's Topper's? Where's that at? I've never had that before. I'm gonna have to. One of these days, I'm gonna go to New York and I'm gonna try some New York pizza. And people tell me New York pizza is the bomb diggity. The bomb diggity. Let's see. Yeah. Oscar Hernandez, Alex, I don't mean to brag, but Chuck E. Cheese is where it's at. Moderators, someone ban Oscar. No, I'm joking. I'm just fucking with you. But really? Chuck E. Cheese? Okay. You have fun with that. Gio Garcia, the show was okay, kind of. Boring in some parts, but it served its purpose as a buffer show. Yeah, that's why I was like, it did its job as a buffer show. It wasn't anything that I thought was terrible. It was just a buffer show. So, yeah, guys, you give me your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to cut this short because, quite frankly, there's nothing else really to say. I will be back up here on Friday for SmackDown, hopefully. Look, so going forward after this week, we're going to have Rampage and SmackDown, which means my reviews will be a lot later because I'll be reviewing both SmackDown and Rampage. But, yeah, you might want to tune in for this Friday because I think John Cena is going to give Roman Reigns the business. Roman Reigns about to get that work. We're going to have to find out, though. Other than that, nothing else really to talk about right now, although a lot of things have been happening. I'm still keeping my eyes on the Adam Cole situation. Keeping my eyes on Bryan Danielson and CM Punk coming in. Keeping my eyes on SummerSlam, which apparently might not be happening, but we'll talk more about that on Friday because it's WWE. Give me your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, donate, all that jazz. I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. I'm out. Deuces.